Leonardo and Lucia. I was thinking about you, and I thought you might like to have a special Christmas story from Granny. So, once upon a time, there was a little boy called Fireman Leonardo and a little girl called Princess Lucia. And they lived in a castle on a hill overlooking overlooking a beautiful valley. And they lived there with their mummy and daddy and their best friend, Dragon Fantastic. It was Christmas Eve, and Leonardo and Lucia were very excited. They kept asking their mummy and daddy, "Is it time for Santa to come yet? Is Santa going to come? Is he going to bring us presents? Can we go to bed now? Is it time to go to sleep yet? Do we have to leave mince pies out for Santa and a carrot for the reindeer? What do we have to do, Mummy? Daddy, are we ready yet? Is it time for us to do things yet? Can we go to bed now?" In the end, Daddy said, "Look, Leonardo and Lucia, it's still only 11 o'clock in the morning. We haven't long had breakfast and we'll be having lunch in a bit. So it's a long time until you go to bed. So, let me see," he said. "I know what you can do. You can go into the forest," because they were very lucky. They had their own private woods next to the castle. "You can go into the forest and you can collect some firewood so we can have a nice big fire tonight and we can have hot chocolate and toasted marshmallows." And Leonardo and Lucia thought this was a great idea. It had been snowing outside, so there was lots of snow on the ground. So Daddy said, "Take your sledge and you can put all the wood on the sledge." And Mummy said, "Make sure you put your hat and your coat and your gloves and your scarf and your big boots on." So they put all of those things on, and then they went outside and got their sledge from the garage. Dragon Fantastic was sleeping outside the castle in the snow. He liked the snow. Well, Leonardo and Lucia liked it too, but Dragon Fantastic liked sleeping in the snow. They said to Dragon Fantastic, "Dragon Fantastic, we're going to collect some wood for the fire. Do you want to come and help us?" Dragon Fantastic looked at them. "Oh," and he yawned and he said, "No, I think I'll just stay here for now." "Okay," said Leonardo. "Bye-bye," said Lucia. And Leonardo and Lucia took their sledge and they went off into the woods. Very soon they'd collected quite a lot of wood on their sledge, and they were about to turn round and go back to the castle when they heard a noise, a strange sort of noise. "Did you hear that?" said Leonardo. "Yes, I did," said Lucia. "What is it, do you think?" "I don't know," said Leonardo. "It could be a gruffalo." Said Lucia. "I hope it's not a gruffalo. Do gruffalos eat little girls, even little princesses?" And Leonardo said, "Don't worry, Lucia. Fireman Leonardo is here to look after you." And Lucia said, "And I've got my special sword with me as well, so we'll be okay, won't we, Leonardo?" And Leonardo said, "Yes, we'll be okay." And then they heard the noise again, a sort of and it was a bit longer and noisier this time. So Leonardo and Lucia crept towards the sound. And as they got closer, it got louder and louder. Ah! Leonardo and Lucia held hands and they crept behind a tree and they peeped around the side of it. And there, on the snow in front of them, was a little reindeer. "Oh," said Leonardo. "Oh," said Lucia. "Oh," said the reindeer, as Leonardo and Lucia popped out from either side of the tree. "Oh, oh, oh, who are you?" said the reindeer. And Leonardo said, "I'm Leonardo. I'm Fireman Leonardo, and this is my sister, Princess Lucia." "Who are you?" "Oh, said the reindeer. My name's Dora, and I'm one of Santa's reindeers. Are you? Said Lucia. Where's Santa then? She looked around. Dora said, Oh no, that's the point. You see, there's no one here except me. Oh no, said Leonardo. Where's everyone else? Everyone else is back at the North Pole getting ready to deliver all the presents to the children tonight. Lucia said, What are you doing here then, Dora? And Dora said, We were having a practice fly yesterday. No, this morning, not yesterday. It just feels like a long time ago. We were having a practice fly, and I thought I saw something interesting in the trees down here. Oh, said Leonardo, what did you see? And Dora said, Oh, I think it was just a squirrel, but I thought it might be something interesting, so I flew down to have a look. But as I landed, I'm not very good at landing, and I hurt my leg, and then I couldn't fly again. I couldn't catch up with all the other reindeers. But because I was at the back, nobody noticed I was missing, and now nobody knows where I am, and they don't know I've got a bad leg, and my mummy and daddy will be worried about me, and I can't go and help Santa tonight. Oh dear. Oh dear, said Leonardo. Oh dear, said Lucia. That's very sad. That is a very sad story, said Leonardo. It's a good job you landed here. Is it? Said Dora. Why? Well, said Leonardo, we've got a friend. Yes, said Lucia, we've got a special friend. A special friend? Is it a reindeer? No, it's not a reindeer. It's a dragon, said Leonardo. A dragon? Said the reindeer, Dora. And Lucia said, Oh, don't worry, he's a very friendly dragon. He's our dragon friend. He's called Dragon Fantastic. And he can help us. He can help you get back to the North Pole. Dora sniffed and said, Can he really? How is he going to do that? How does he know where the North Pole is? And Leonardo and Lucia said, that's easy. Dragon Fantastic knows where everything is. We've been on lots of adventures with him to all sorts of places. And we've even been to the North Pole. We've seen Father Christmas and Mother Christmas, and we've met the elves, and we had hot chocolate and marshmallows, and it was the best hot chocolate ever. And all because of Dragon Fantastic. So he can take you back. Can he really? Said Reindeer. And Lucia said, Yes, Dora, he can. And Leonardo said, Come on. Oh, you've got a bad leg. I was going to say, come on, we'll go and find Dragon Fantastic. Wait a minute, said Leonardo. And he went and fetched the sledge. And he said, Come on, Lucia, help me get the wood off the sledge. Why? Said Lucia. And Leonardo said, So Dora can sit on the sledge and we can take her back to Dragon Fantastic. Oh, that's a good idea, said Lucia, and they both took all the wood that they'd collected off the sledge. Then they helped Dora onto the sledge, and between them they pulled her back to the castle garden, where Dragon Fantastic was still asleep. Oh, said Dora. He's a very big dragon. Are you sure he's not scary? He's not going to eat us, is he? No, don't be silly, said Leonardo and Lucia. He's our friend. And Lucia went up and pulled Dragon Fantastic's nose. Wake up, Dragon Fantastic. And Leonardo jumped on his back and said, Wake up, Dragon Fantastic, Captain Fantastic. Wake up, Dragon Fantastic. And Dragon Fantastic opened one eye, and he said, Oh, is it time to get up? And Leonardo and Lucia jumped up and down and said, yes, yes, because we're going to go for an adventure. We've got to help somebody. Instantly, Dragon Fantastic opened both his eyes wide and sat up. Help somebody? That's what I like doing best of all. Who are we going to help? And Leonardo said, this is Dora. He pointed to the sledge where Dora was still looking a little bit scared. And Dragon Fantastic said, what is Dora? Dora's a reindeer, silly, said Lucia. Oh, said Dragon Fantastic, she's a very little reindeer. That's because I'm only a little baby. Oh, said Dragon Fantastic, what are you doing out here then without your mummy and daddy? Oh, I got lost and I hurt my leg and now I can't get back and they're going to go and deliver all the presents without me. Unless I can get back to the North Pole today. Oh, said Dragon Fantastic, that's easy. We can take you back, can't we, Leonardo and Lucia? And Leonardo and Lucia both nodded and they said, that's what we said you'd do, Dragon Fantastic, because you love helping people, don't you? And going for adventures. And drinking Mother Christmas's hot chocolate. Mother Christmas makes very good hot chocolate and cookies, said Dragon Fantastic. Well, yes, that too. Okay, said Leonardo, we better go and tell Mummy and Daddy where we're going. So they ran into the house, into the castle, where Mummy and Daddy were still putting the decorations on the Christmas tree. Hello, you two, said Daddy. Did you collect lots of wood? Yes, said Leonardo, we did, but then we left it all in the forest. Oh, why was that? Said Leonardo's daddy. Because we found a baby reindeer who's been injured. And we're going to take, with Dragon Fantastic, we're going to take her back to the North Pole. Oh, that's a good idea, said Mummy. That is kind of you. Oh, well, if you're going to the North Pole, you'd better take some snacks with you. So she made them some nice warm drinks in a flask, and she gave them some gingerbread and some cookies, and she gave them an extra soft, cuddly blanket to put over the reindeer and to put over their knees as well. So they all went outside, and Mummy and Daddy said hello to Dora, and Leonardo and Lucia explained that this was his Mummy and Daddy, their Mummy and Daddy. And Dora said, hello, Mummy and Daddy. And then Dragon Fantastic lifted Dora very carefully and put him on his back. Then Leonardo and Lucia scrambled onto his back and wrapped the blanket around them all. And Dora said, ooh, this is nice and cozy. And then Mummy and Daddy said, now you've got your snacks. Don't stay too long, because don't forget you've got to come home tonight, and Father Christmas is going to be very busy tonight. Yes, okay, said Leonardo and Lucia. We see you soon, Mummy and Daddy. Now, hang on tight, reindeer. Hang on tight, Dora, because we're going for a long journey. So they all held on tight, and Dragon Fantastic said, ready, steady, 1, 2, 3, whoosh. And he started running, and then he started flapping his wings, and soon they were flying high, high, high in the sky, until the castle was tiny down below them. And the children waved goodbye to their mummy and daddy, and Dora the reindeer waved her paw as well. So they sat on the back of Dragon Fantastic, and they were very glad they had the blanket, because it was a very cold sky night, very cold sky. Even though it was daytime and the sun was shining, it was still cold, and there were some big snow clouds around. So they'd gone about an hour, and then they decided they needed to have some of the snacks that Mummy had given them. So they shared the cookies with Dragon Fantastic and Dora, and then they all had a drink, except Dragon Fantastic, who couldn't really drink out of a little bottle. And very soon, before they knew where they were, Dragon Fantastic said, "There we are. I can see Father Christmas's big elf barn, and I can see Father Christmas's house, and get ready because we're going to be landing very soon." "Oh dear, said Leonardo and Lucia. And Dora said, "What's the matter? It's good that we're getting there, isn't it?" And Leonardo and Lucia said, "Yes, but..." And then Dragon Fantastic went bumpety 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 bump as he landed. "Oh, good grief," said Dora. "That was a very bumpy landing." Dragon Fantastic said, "I'm not very good at landing. I'm good at taking off and I'm good at flying, but I'm still not very good at landing." Leonardo and Lucia looked at each other and shook their heads. He still hadn't learned how to do it properly. But the important thing was they were at the North Pole, and Dora could get back to her mummy and daddy, and Father Christmas would be able to go out and do his deliveries. So Leonardo and Lucia and Dora, Leonardo and Lucia got down from Dragon Fantastic, then they helped Dora down, and then they carried her between them to the door of Father Christmas's house. And when they got there, they were about to knock on the door when they heard a great big, "Oh dear, I don't know what I'm going to do." "What's happened, do you think?" said Leonardo. "I don't know," said Lucia, "but that sounds like Father Christmas." And Dora said, "Yes, that does sound like Father Christmas." So Leonardo knocked on the door, knock, knock, knock. And there were some big heavy boots they could hear coming towards the door. "Who is this now? If it's another elf bringing me bad news, I'm going to be very cross." Leonardo and Lucia were a bit scared. But then Father Christmas opened the door, and he saw Lucia and he saw Leonardo, and he gave a great big grin. "Lucia and Leonardo, oh, it's so good to see you. What a lovely surprise. Have you come to see me for a special Christmas treat?" And Leonardo and Lucia hugged Father Christmas's legs, and they said, "No, we've brought back one of your reindeer. We found Dora in our woods." And Father Christmas glanced behind them and he saw Dora, and he said, "Oh, Dora, thank goodness your mummy and daddy have been very worried about you." And Dora said, "I'm very sorry, Father Christmas, but I've hurt my leg and I couldn't catch up with everybody, and then I thought I'd never get home, but Leonardo and Lucia and Dragon Fantastic helped me." "Oh, they are kind," said Father Christmas. "Well, I tell you what, I'll just take you over to your mummy and daddy, and you two," meaning Leonardo and Lucia, "you go in and see Mother Christmas. I'm sure she'll have some hot chocolate and some cookies for you." So Father Christmas took Dora back to her mummy and daddy, who were very pleased to see her because they'd been so worried because they had no idea where she was. And Leonardo and Lucia went in, and Mother Christmas gave them great big hugs, and then she gave them great big mugs of hot, hot, yummy, yummy chocolate with lots of cream and marshmallows, and it was delicious. And then Father Christmas came back in, and he said, "Well, it is good to see you. You've quite cheered me up." "Yes," said Leonardo, "you didn't sound very happy when you came to the door." And Father Christmas said, "Oh, it's a disaster. I don't know what I'm going to do." "Oh dear," said Lucia, "what's happened?" "Well," said Father Christmas, "Mother Christmas here." "That's me," said Mother Christmas. I made lots and lots and lots of mince pies for the elves' Christmas party, because they always have a party after Father Christmas has gone on his rounds, because the elves have been working so hard all year, they always have a party, and I make lots of mince pies. But, oh dear, Father Christmas groaned, those silly reindeer, do you know what they did? What? Said Leonardo and Lucia. They only went and ate all the mince pies, said Leonardo and Lucia. So there are no mince pies for the elves' party, said Leonardo and Lucia. So there are no mince pies for the elves' party. Oh, Mother Christmas has made some more. That's not the problem, said Father Christmas. The problem is reindeer shouldn't eat mince pies. It gives them grumbly tumblies. And now they're all lying down in their stables, and they're all feeling sick, and they're all doing poop after poop after poop, lots of pooey poop. And they're not going to be well enough to take me on my deliveries tonight. So I don't know what I'm going to do. All those children who are waiting for presents from Father Christmas, they're going to have to go without. Oh no, said Leonardo and Lucia. That would be so sad. Yes, said Mother Christmas. Those silly reindeer. They got a sniff of the nice warm mince pies and they all tucked in. And they should know they're not supposed to eat mince pies because it upsets their tummies. Now I don't know what Father Christmas is going to do. Then Leonardo and Lucia looked at each other. And Leonardo said, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Lucia?" And Lucia nodded and said, "I think I am thinking what you're thinking, Leonardo." And together they said to Father Christmas, "Dragon Fantastic could tow your sleigh." Said Mother Christmas. "Do you think he could?" Father Christmas stroked his beard. "Ooh, that would be wonderful if he could, and I don't see why he can't, because he's a very strong dragon. And he can fly fast, can't he? Yes. I think you might be the answer to my problem." "Yay!" said Leonardo and Lucia. "But we'd better go and ask Dragon Fantastic," said Lucia. "Good thinking," said Leonardo. So Leonardo and Lucia took a big bowl of hot chocolate out to Dragon, who licked it all up and went, "Nom, nom, 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 nom. Oh, that was delicious, thank you so much." And then Leonardo and Lucia looked at each other and looked at Father Christmas, who'd come out behind them, and they said, "Dragon Fantastic?" "Yes?" "You know you like helping people." "Oh, yes, it's my favourite thing," said Dragon Fantastic. "Well, do you think you could help Father Christmas tonight?" "Help Father Christmas? What help does Father Christmas need?" Suddenly there was a noise of a "Blah," as a reindeer was sick. "Oh dear," said Dragon Fantastic. "That didn't sound very good." "No," said Leonardo. "All the reindeer have got bad tummies because they ate all the mince pies." "Huh, serves them right," said Dragon Fantastic. "But that means there's no one to pull Santa's sleigh," said Lucia. "Oh, well, I could pull it," said Dragon Fantastic. "I'm very strong and I can fly fast." "That's what I said," said Father Christmas. "Would you do that for me, Dragon Fantastic? Would you help me?" "Oh, yes," said Dragon Fantastic. "I love helping people, and I especially love helping Father Christmas." "Wonderful," said Father Christmas. "Well, I need to be going very soon, because we have to start all the way over in Australia, the other side of the world." Okay, said Dragon Fantastic, I'm ready. Well, I will be ready if I have another bowl of hot chocolate. So Mother Christmas quickly made Dragon Fantastic another big bowl of hot chocolate. And then they led him over to the sleigh. The sleigh was already laden with all the presents, as Father Christmas had been ready to go when all the reindeer had started being sick. So he put the reins onto Dragon Fantastic, and he told Dragon Fantastic, don't worry, the sleigh knows which way to go, so it'll steer you, and you just go the direction the sleigh wants you to go. Okay, said Dragon Fantastic. Leonardo and Lucia said, Father Christmas, you know Dragon Fantastic isn't very good at landing, don't you? Yes, said Father Christmas. Oh, that's all right. With all the practice he's going to get tonight, he'll soon be fine at landing. He'll be as good as perfect. Okay, said Leonardo and Lucia. And Mother Christmas brought out a big flask of tea for Father Christmas to take with him, and some cookies. And then she said, oh, what are Leonardo and Lucia going to do while you're delivering all the presents? Well, they'll have to stay here with you, I suppose, said Father Christmas. Or we could come and help you, said Leonardo and Lucia. We could come and help you deliver all the presents to all the children in the world. Ooh, said Father Christmas, it's a very long night and it's a lot of work. We don't mind. If Mother Christmas can just phone Mummy and Daddy and tell them that we're helping you so they don't worry about us. So Mother Christmas said, well, I can do that, yes. Now, are you going to be warm enough? Oh, yes, said Leonardo and Lucia. We have all our thick clothes and we have a special blanket to wrap round us as well. So Mother Christmas packed them some more hot flasks of hot chocolate and a big bag of cookies, and Father Christmas, Leonardo and Lucia climbed into the sleigh. And Dragon Fantastic poured his foot into the floor. I'm ready, he said. Okay, said Father Christmas. Let's go. Let's get this show on the road. Giddy up, Dragon Fantastic. And Dragon Fantastic started running, and then his wings came out, and then before they knew what they were doing, they were flying, and they were waving bye-bye to Mother Christmas and all the elves who'd come out to say bye-bye. It was a very long night for Leonardo and Lucia. Father Christmas wasn't joking when he said they had a lot of work to do. But they managed to get all the presents delivered to all the children from Australia to China to India to Africa to Russia to Scotland and to America and to Mexico and to Argentina. And there was a special present for Lionel Messi, who'd won the World Cup for Argentina. And then they flew back to Italy. No, they didn't. And then they flew to Wales. Oh, said Leonardo and Lucia when Father Christmas told them where they were. Our cousins live in Wales. Have they got presents? And Father Christmas said, well, if they've been good, I'm sure they have. And Leonardo and Lucia said, I expect they've been good. I'm sure they have been. So Father Christmas looked in his sack and he found a big present for Ellen. Yay, said Leonardo. And he had another look and he found one for Cadell. Goody, said Leonardo. And then he found one which said Melody. Yes, that's my best friend, said Lucia. Melody's my best friend. So they made sure those presents were safely delivered to Ellen and Cadell and Melody's house. And then Leonardo said, we've got 2 more cousins. Oh my, said Father Christmas, you do have a lot of cousins. Yes, they're called Jamie and Daniel. Have you got presents for them too? So Father Christmas looked in his sack again, and he found a present for Jamie and a present for Daniel. And Leonardo and Lucia watched as Father Christmas took them to Jamie and Daniel's house. And Leonardo and Lucia could see Jamie and Daniel sleeping in their beds. Oh, said Leonardo, I wish we could go and see them. Never mind, said Father Christmas. We can't go now because we'd wake them up, and then they'd see Father Christmas, and people aren't supposed to see Father Christmas. No, okay, said Lucia. We'd better not then. Perhaps we can come and see them next year. Dragon Fantastic can bring us again. He brought us last year, so he can bring us again. So they settled back on the sleigh, and then it was time for Father Christmas to fly them home to Italy. So Dragon Fantastic said, Right, coming into land. Are you ready? And Father Christmas sighed, and he said, Oh dear, my bottom is so sore. All these landings going bumpity 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 bump. And they landed